Hi gang, so in this video I thought I'd do a get ready with me and some sort of a commentary on RuPaul Drag Race UK versus the world. It's a competition reality series that features contestants who are practiced in the art of drag. This particular series showcases drag race contestants from different parts of the world. I have watched Drag Race for a while, the US version, and I have caught up with the UK. What I appreciate about Drag Race is primarily the fashion aspect of it, as well as perhaps the engagement with politics and social dynamics, talking about coming to terms with their sexuality, their gender identity, things like that. Those are the things that interest me the most about the show. Talking about LGBTQ history. This show definitely has a diverse audience, and some people appreciate some aspects more than others. I usually find the acting challenges, the skits that are meant to be humorous, even the small jokes that the judges come up with, not much. I find it a little bit cringy, and I don't appreciate it the way that other people do. So I'm just going to start doing my makeup. I don't do drag makeup whatsoever. I just happen to like this show, and I happen to like makeup as well, but probably in a more toned down fashion. So let's just start doing something with our eyes. I don't know what I'm gonna do. So this episode is called the RuPaul Ball. The contestants have to present 3 different looks. The first category being Kitty Girl, second one being Butch Queen, the third one being, what is that one called? You Wear It Well. They come up with an outfit that would suit RuPaul and his tastes in terms of drag. So I thought I'd go by a point system and kind of give a score to each contestant for each category. And that way I can kind of average out the total score at the end. So the first category is Kitty Girl, and they have to come up with a cat-inspired outfit. The first contestant to come out was Pangina Heels, and he is from Thailand. And the outfit was, I believe, a hairless cat with some sort of an Egyptian influence going on there. I think, I mean, judging by the neck collar and the beads and everything that was adorning the eyes, I found that before she kind of let down the gathers on the top, it looked really pretty with the gathers on the top. And when it was let down, I did like the top half. I don't know. I felt that there was a lot of material. Personally, I think if the bottom material was made of something else, something that looked less heavy, I think it would have given more attention to the wrinkles on the top part of the bodice. I think the top part is really nicely done. It does look very much like a hairless cat would. I scored it 9 out of 10. So this look was inspired by the Egyptian goddess of fertility, according to her. And yeah, I wasn't too fond of this look. I found it a bit costume-like. I honestly don't know how culturally accurate this outfit is. It looks very much like a Halloween costume to me. I gave a 4. Especially if you are taking visual inspiration from a culture that you are not entrenched in. I think you have to be really careful how you present it on a public platform, because all of this talk about cultural appropriation and things like that. I don't think it's wrong for people who aren't part of a specific culture to take visual design elements that they see in perhaps the outfits or the artifacts a culture has been part of creating, and interpreting it in a different way. But there needs to be this level of respect, I think, and also like attention to detail and attention to accuracy. Cheryl Hall did a Aristocats type of look, I think, inspired by was it Disney? I'm not entirely sure who produced Aristocats, but yeah, I thought the look was quite fun, not as spectacular or interesting as some of the other looks, but I thought it was nice, so I gave it a 7. Next, it was Jujube. I don't know what is happening. I don't know what Jujube. I like Jujube. I've liked Jujube for a while. I loved her. I said I don't really like the acting challenges, but her rendition of Eartha Kitt I really enjoyed. But no, this outfit was not at all. It didn't look like inspired by a cat whatsoever. It had a bust coverage, which looked like 2 cat heads, but that was about it, right? And she played with some feathers at the beginning of the runway. It was terrible. So I gave Jujube a 3. It was not at all good. Next contestant up was Jimbo, a Tigger aesthetic, and I don't know. It's something about his aesthetic does not appeal to me as much. I think it has to do with the very exaggerated chest plate. I thought it was impactful. Personally, I didn't like it as much, but I still gave it quite a high score, I think. Where did I go with that? I gave Jimbo an 8. Bag of Chips, and Bag of Chips did, I think, a Cheshire Cat. I liked this one. I thought it was very whimsical. Perhaps the tights could have been less shiny to match with the, I guess, the rest of the furry outfits. I don't know. But realistically, where would you get tights like that are not shiny? I gave Bag of Chips 7. I liked Blue Hydrangea's cat outfit a lot. I thought it was very detailed. I did like the color. I did like the makeup. I liked the structure of the outfit in general. And I thought it was very different from what other people were putting out there. Her, as well as Pangina Heels, I thought they had very strong conceptual looks for the kitty girl category. So I gave Blue Hydrangea a 10. The last one was Monique Hart. Her kitty girl was inspired by an anime character, and I'm not familiar with this anime. I am not familiar with anime in general, but I did like it. I thought it was very nice and detailed, and the textures and the structure and the shapes all worked nicely in my opinion. Yeah, so I gave Monique Hart a 8.5 out of 10. Just slightly lower than Pangina Heels. Back of the outfit to, I don't know what it's supposed to represent, half a crescent moon or something else, or an egg. I don't know what it's supposed to represent. The blue part of it looked a little bit handmade. Not that I mind handmade a lot. It just doesn't look as polished as the rest of the outfit. So for the Butch Queen, let's see. First one that came out was Pangina Hills. That came out in a kind of Queen Elizabeth going hunting outfit, which I thought was really quirky and interesting. I did like that concept, and I thought it was very out of the box. And it was amusing, and I thought it was really great. So I gave the that outfit a 10 out of 10. Next up was Janie Jackay. Oh, I personally have not watched Orange is the New Black, but I know it's supposed to be a very popular TV show. The way she did her makeup, as well as I guess, how polished the outfit looked, and the extra prop that she had, I thought was nice. So I gave that a 9 out of 10. Next contestant up was Cheryl Hall, and her look was the Hot Wheels car racing look. I thought it looked nice. I thought it looked polished. It wasn't very surprising, I suppose, but it looked good. So I gave her a 6 out of 10. I really don't know what happened to Jujube. Why is she in a what is this? I don't understand. Yeah. She came out in something extremely basic and not at all. It just had a very general concept behind it. There was nothing surprising or interesting or any sort of specific cultural reference that was a little bit more niche. For instance, the Orange is the New Black outfit. Cheryl Hall's was also kind of, generic, I think. But there at least was maybe like some Hot Wheels going on there. I don't know. This one is just business a woman in a very structured suit. It just seemed so underwhelming. And yeah, so that's why I gave her a 3 again. I just thought it was really not good. Okay, so Jimbo's outfit was a motorcycle outfit, which was, I guess, very impactful looking, just very visually focused. I don't know what I'm saying. There was a lot of detail in there. Lots of details with the shoulder, the spikes coming out of the shoulder, the chains, the way that it fit the shape. I find the breastplate quite jarring, so I gave Jimbo a 9. And the next up, we have a bag of chips. Yeah, it was a military suit with some ammunition and some medals, kind of this soldier medals on the pocket, the front pocket, as well as some fun-looking shoes, I guess. I think it could have been embellished a lot more to tell more of a story. So I gave Bag of Chips 6 for the Butch Queen look. Blue Hydrangea's look I thought was really cool. I thought that there was this definite, explicitly demonstrate the contrast between a masculine archetype and a feminine archetype, with the tuxedo dress and the elaborate mustache and the Marcel curls, and then the heavy lifting of a dumbbell. It's all within the same kind of time period, as well as having this very theatrical reference to it. So this one I thought was really strong, and I gave this one a 10 out of 10. Okay, and then the last one was Monique Hart. So I thought Monique Hart's Butch Queen was interesting. I mean, visually it looks very impactful, and for me it looked a bit too masculine for Butch Queen. I guess conceptually it was quite strong. I don't understand the pouch, pulling the lipstick out of the pouch. I don't get that reference. But other than that, I thought the outfit was nicely detailed and very nicely edited. It's minimal, similar to the Bag of Chips soldier outfit. Here in in Monique Hart look, there is that specific hairdo, which I think reminds me of, what is her name? Grace Jones. And I think there's a lot of subculture type of reference. I think it's definitely a lot more nuanced than the Bag of Chips look, which was very much, you know, straightforward, more or less straightforward soldier inspired, military inspired. So I gave Monique Hart a 9 out of 10. Okay, so now we're going to the last category, finally. I'm talking for 5 years here. Vagina heels, what she described as a Parisian type of outfit. I really liked the hair, the makeup, the details on the top. I also did like the outfit, obviously. I remember the judges saying something about needing a bottom part of the outfit, but personally, I mean, it would have also looked nice if it had a longer length to it, all the way to the floor, for instance. But I think this in itself also looks really good. So I gave it a 10 because I felt that the attention to detail was there, the structure of the outfit was there, and I liked the general visual presentation of it. I thought was really strong. So I gave this one a 10 out of 10. Next person was Janie Jackay. Ooh, where is her? I don't know, man. Okay, so this outfit got really good feedback, and I have to admit, on the runway itself, as she moved with the fabric, it did have a very nice flow to it. Looking at the outfit as a static picture, everything looks quite basic. It just looks like a very normal piece of fabric that had been just bunched up to create a flower on the top, and the rest of it doesn't look very magical at all. I gave it a 7. Next up is Cheryl Hall's outfit, and this one was considered bad. And yeah, this outfit looks quite disastrous. There's a lot of color going on. The fit is very ill-fitting. I'm not entirely sure what she was going for. There's this asymmetry that looks like it's forced to be there. I gave her a 3. Next up is Jujubes. Now, I know RuPaul said that she liked the dress, but I don't know why she likes. Okay. From the back, it looked nice. On the front, it looked so ill-fitting. In my opinion, anyway, the shape was a bit skewed somehow. I didn't understand why she had cut the slit so far up and kind of used it as a selling point to say, you can see my undergarments, and that should... I don't understand. I don't understand. It looked nice from the back, is all I can say, but not... The front looked quite disastrous. And also, now that I'm looking at the static picture, the color of the hair and the tone of the dress it seems to clash. If the tone of the hair had maybe gone more in kind of reddish direction, or even just more silvery blonde as opposed to yellowy blonde, might suit the outfit more. I don't know. Yeah, it just no, I didn't like this one. So I gave Jujube a 3 for that dress. Maybe I should have given her 3.5 because it probably isn't as bad as Cheryl Hall's. But I thought it looked terrible. Anyway, Jimbo's look very shiny and gold and glittery and heavy looking. I think it could have done with another fabric on it somehow to give it a different texture, because right now it's like just one dress out of the same material, and I think a contrast of something else, maybe a lighter fabric somewhere in between, would have made it look a little bit more interesting. It was okay. I mean, it looks nice enough. So I gave the gown a 7.5. And then the next person up is Bag of Chips, and she had the pink dress, which looks a little bit like a shower curtain. It looks like a very bad sewing job. The color is pretty. That's about it, I think. So I gave the gown a 4. And Blue Hydrangea's look was dark red jumpsuit with like a puffy sleeve and a skirt, half a skirt, and a feather in her hair. I don't know. Something about this outfit seemed a bit too deliberate. The sleeve, the puffy sleeve, did not flow into the skirt fabric, and I think if there was that continuity there, it would look a lot better. I think in this picture, in the static picture, it looks very much disjointed, because she thought it would be a good idea to have an asymmetrical shape to the outfit. And also, I think perhaps if she had gone for one, one part that was shoulderless, the part without the sleeve, it might have also looked a little bit better. So I think there were a lot of like minor things that could have been changed about this outfit that would have made it look really pretty. I do like the black trim around the waist area and the way the material falls down, kind of the shadows that it casts when the fabric is layered on top of each other. You know what I mean. But yeah, anyway, I don't know. I don't think the feather was necessary. So I gave Blue Hydrangea a 6 for this dress. The last one is Monique Hart. And Monique Hart, I believe the judges said that they or RuPaul said that he liked where the dress was going, and had it been executed well, he would have liked it, but it just looks a bit unfinished to me. I gave Monique Hart a 5 for the gown. So yeah, that is pretty much it. So this is the finished look. Not that I did very much on camera. Now I'm just going to run through the average scores here. So Pangina Heels got 9.67. Janie Jackay got 6.67. Cheryl Hall received 5.34 5.33. Jujube had 3.17. Jimbo got 8.17. Bag of Chips got 5.67 as her average score. Blue Hydrangea got 8.67, and Monique Hart got 7.5 as her average score. So the ranking of the queens are as follows. Jujube is in the last place. Then it would be Cheryl Hall in 7th place. Bag of Chips in 6th. Janie Jackay in 5th place. Monique Hart in 4th place. Jimbo in 3rd place. Blue Hydrangea in 2nd place. And Pangina Heels in 1st place. So if it were up to me, Jujube and Cheryl Hall would be in the bottom 2, which is what happened in the show. The top two would be, for me, Pangina Heels and Blue Hydrangea. The top two chosen by RuPaul was Jimbo and Janie Jackay. I was also surprised that based on the rankings, Cheryl Hall was so low. I guess when I looked at it more objectively based on the average score, it made sense. Okay, so the most disastrous outfit for me would have been Janie Jackay's kitty girl look. The outfit, I think, was kind of loosely based on an artist's interpretation of Bastet, which reminds me a lot more of kind of like an anime kind of cartoon. I think when it comes to presenting something that is inspired by a culturally significant artifact or icon, you have to be extra careful that you are not misrepresenting what you are trying to interpret. When you say that you're inspired by an Egyptian goddess and then you come out dressed in what really looks like, kind of this Western imagined idea of what Egyptians might have worn in the past or something, I would have appreciated if it had been a little bit closer to something somewhat historically accurate in terms of the visuals. I think Raja won a runway with her Indian headdress look, and in a similar vein, misrepresenting the Native American culture, supposed to be reserved for certain people that have proven themselves worthy of wearing the headdress and is not supposed to just be worn like a fashion accessory, etc. Also, if you're interested in more drag race commentary, I suppose, I do have a friend on Instagram called The Cali Love. She and another friend of hers, Nunu Paris, both of them are drag queens. They do what they call a recap on their Instagram live. The timing for me is wrong. Whenever they put out a live, it's 3 a.m. in the morning for me, and I am not going to get up for that. If you're not subscribed to my channel already and you would like to be, please do. Thank you for watching, and ciao for now.